All right, welcome everybody. I am Tommy Lamb. Welcome to Spiral Secrets. I am a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer for over 15 years now. I specialize in performance enhancement and corrective exercise. I'm joined by my cousin, my co-host, my doctor in the family. He is a chiropractor. So I will let him introduce himself to you guys real quick, and we're going to talk about the state of the health and fitness industry.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dr. Landon. I'm a chiropractor. I specialize in human gait analysis and gait cycle. Pretty much what I do is I help people protect their adjustment. So after they get adjusted, I teach them how to maintain that adjustment. I teach them how to move properly to avoid pain and make their whole body healthier. So you don't always have to get adjusted. Nobody really wants that. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Well, as a personal trainer, people know what I do. I help people lose weight. I help them get in shape. Athletes, I help them perform better. I help rehab people. Gait analysis and chiropractic sounds a little bit newer or cooler. Can you explain what the heck gait analysis is, dude? That sounds like big words. Please use little words for normal people.
Okay, pretty much gait analysis in the most simple terms is analyzing the way that people walk. So, taking slow motion video of them from the front, from the back, from the side, and just looking to make sure their heel is in the right place, the ball of their feet are in the right place when they pull the ground, they're rotating the right way. It's just analyzing the way that people walk in the most simple terms. That's all people really need to understand about the term gait analysis.
All right, so I've trained thousands of people. They always complain about back problems. Is that where gait analysis came from? Because as I start to help people, I obviously start breaking them down, and it always comes back to motor patterns and bad behaviors. Tell me how gait analysis can help their back pain or solve some of their problems here.
Yeah, definitely. It really comes down to the position of the joints, right? So that's where my chiropractic background comes in. Basically, a lot of the time when you're in back pain, there's a set of joints that are going to be either stuck or misaligned. And so that's what a chiropractor does for you in the adjustment is he adjusts you and adjusts the position of the bones so that the joints stay in alignment. Gait analysis comes in when you have to maintain that alignment even when you jump off the table, right? So I don't know if you've ever been adjusted, but I know sometimes when in my past, if I've had like a flare up of injuries, I'll get adjusted, but it won't last more than like 2 hours, right? Like I'll go home and it'll be great, right? It'll be an awesome adjustment, but I'll go home and I'll feel it again. And then I went back to my chiro. I had the very next day I had him adjust me again, same thing, felt great, went home, it came back out again. And I went back a third time and I asked him like, yo, what's the deal? And he's like, man, like, I don't really know. Like sometimes this just happens. And then that started me down the path of like, okay, there's got to be something else going on here. He's not like using me for adjustments or anything like that. That's not his intent at all. He's always looking out for me. But there's a way to move that goes along with the same path as the adjustment so that as you move, it continues to solidify that adjustment so you don't pull yourself out of alignment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've definitely experienced some back pain. I went to a chiropractor when I was younger. I thought it would fix me. It fixed me for a day. And then the next day it kind of came back. And that's why it kind of led me down this path of corrective exercise and stuff like that. Um, what do you think is wrong? Because I've worked with tons of people, man, I know what is wrong. What do you think is wrong with health and fitness in general? Because I got plenty of problems. I'm curious to know what you think is the problem with health and fitness, man.
The main problem with health and fitness, in my opinion, right now is they're prioritizing the wrong things. They're prioritizing looking good. They're usually using like a bodybuilding regimen, right? Like 4 sets of 10 that build hypertrophy, maybe 80% intensity.
Yep.
cut body fat, things like that. And losing body fat is great, but the way that they work out, the way that they structure their regimen, it's for bodybuilders to jump on stage. And that, you look at any longtime bodybuilder, that's not actually healthy. It's past the point of being healthy. It's a sport, right? And that type of sport is not for everybody. If you want to be a bodybuilder, you got to train like a bodybuilder. But if you want to be healthy, you don't want to train like a bodybuilder. And that's really the problem, is they're not training for health, or they don't realize that they're not training for health. They're training for looks.
Yeah. So I 100% agree. Over time, I've realized working with more and more people, they want certain goals. They want to look good or perform better. But the majority of people have no idea what they want. They don't want to be a bodybuilder, man. They don't want these things. I always break it down for them. And when I say, hey, you gotta cut weight, you can't drink water, you gotta take, these diuretics to help you pee to cut out water out of your cells to be a bodybuilder. Like, what? They're like, no, I don't want this, man. And so it boils down to, when I hold them to it, they just want to move pain free. They just want to freedom to move, right? So if you ever
Yeah.
thrown out your back or something like that, you're like, oh my God, I just want to be able to walk without hurting, or breathe without hurting, right?
Yeah.
So if you ever experience type of injury or something like that, and your movement is limited, it all comes down to being pain free when you move. No more knee aches, no more ankles, no more stiff shoulders. Like, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, people just want to be pain free, dude. Do you agree?
I 100% agree. You don't really know how often you use your ankles or use your knees or use your back until you get hurt, and you're like, damn, I can't even put on my shoes right now because my back hurts so bad. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And the crazy thing is, even more crazy than that is, somebody will come in like that and they'll be like, okay, you need to do like some deadlifts to strengthen your back, or you need to do some bird dogs to strengthen your core. And it all has good
Yeah.
intentions. But I think that type of stuff is very short-sighted, and it's missing the bigger picture, really.
For sure, for sure. All right, so how can we help the people, man? I know we're doing a lot of stuff together now, and we want to help these people move pain free. Can you tell the people that may be watching this how, or introduce ourselves? How do we help them? How is our way of thinking a little bit different? We're not normal health and fitness anymore, man. We're trying to really help these people be pain free. So
Yeah.
what is it that we're building or creating here?
Well, it's super, super cool because we're on like the cutting edge of this, new wave of fitness, or it's a new paradigm. It's a whole new world for people to actually learn about what is actually healthy for my body, right? So
Yeah.
you can still be jacked, right? You can still be shredded, you still get big, but that comes after we build the fundamentals, right? And the fundamentals are our gait cycle, right? Can you even walk? Can you take 10 steps properly? You had a good way of putting it, right? If you're not walking properly, every single step you take is a micro trauma. So
Yeah.
what does that mean? That means every single step that you take, because your joints are a little bit out of alignment, because your weight is not in the right place, because you're not paying attention to the right things, every single time you take a step on the floor, that energy is hurting your joints in a minuscule way. And those
Yep.
things, they add up, they add up, they add up, they add up. And then you wake up and you're 33 years old and you're like, damn, I'm old. I'm broken. Like, don't even adjust me. I give up. And I just look at those people and I'm just like, man, you are sorry. Like, you're not even old, but they already gave
Yeah,
up.
man. People gonna give up early, and they're gonna go to the external knee brace, all that external stuff, man. So without getting too far, guys, whoever's listening, we're worried about your long-term health. Like Dr. Landon said, every little step you take, if it's the wrong one, it's a little micro injury, a little micro trauma. And think about all the steps you take throughout your life. If you're quitting life at 33, man, something's wrong with you. If you're all braced up, you got ACL surgeries, you're getting your back cracked every other week. Dr. Landon is a chiropractor, and he's telling you that's not the best way. I've been training people for 15 years. There are a lot better ways than, breaking yourself down and then coming to me to heal you or give you the magic pill or something like that, man. So we want you to focus on the long-term health of yourself and your body. And it's about pain-free performance here. Anything else you guys want to, Landon, you want to leave these guys?
No, I mean, for the younger people, like, I'm sure you were the same way. I'm sure I was definitely that same way. When I first started working out, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to look sexy, naked. I wanted to be ripped, right? And then what happened? Even though I was never focused on, maxing out, I hurt my back. I found chiropractic. I became a chiropractor, right? But at the end of all of that, it's not worth it because you can develop like chronic back pain when you're 40 or 50 years old. Nobody's going to care how much you bench. Nobody's going to care how much you squat. Like, no, it doesn't really matter anymore. But what does matter is, can you go to work, right? Like, can you hang out with your kids? Can you do the things that you love? Can you go kayaking? Or because you wanted to get ripped, because you wanted to squat 400 pounds, now you're bedridden. You can't even ride a bike, and that's what
discs and everything. And
you have herniated discs. You got arthritis in your knees, right? Like, people don't see that in the long tail, in the long run, if they're building these micro traumas, that's what they're going towards. Whereas people like us who are on the other side of that, who have healed, we've developed all those issues already, right? I separated my shoulder, I hurt my back, I have chronic low back pain, knee pain, ankle pain, all that stuff. On the other side of that, you see, feeling better every single day is way, way better than squatting 350 pounds. Like,
yeah, man, for sure. All right, guys, if you guys are interested in pain-free movement, please like and subscribe. You can find Dr. Landon on Instagram at Posture Doctor. You can find me on Instagram at Coach T Lamb. Please like and subscribe. Landon and myself together, we're starting this channel, Spiral Secrets for Pain-Free Performance. Until next time, guys, we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Adios, guys.